guys, welcome back to episode 5 of flipping 10 mil to 1 bill. We have 23.8 mil, and if you didn't notice, every time I update a video, I update my little picture icon with the amount of money we're at. So right now it's a picture of the 23 mil. And today we're going to be flipping some runes, and then I'm going to take a big risk with an item I wouldn't normally flip, and I'll explain why after. So first of all, we have the death rune. We did this in the last video. It's just continuing of that, but with a larger scale, with a lot more money. So if you look, it's coming down to down peak, but if you look over the past 3 months and 6 months, it seems to be fairly at its lowest, and even way down here, it's only 10 GP or 12 GP. So if I do take a loss, it won't be absolutely massive. So let's go death runes. And I know it says they're actively traded around 219, but I'm going to try to buy them at 215 just because so many of them are traded. And hopefully that doesn't mean they're going to crash, because people probably buy them above and below, right? So it's just the way it works. If you have a lot you're trying to sell, you sell below. If you're trying to buy a lot, you buy above. And that's how flipping works. You capitalize on that. So let's go 25K. What's that put us at? You know what? 30K. So they might not all come in, but hopefully I'm going to leave them, for a day, and hopefully they will. You know what? 35K. I'm just trying to divide out between death runes, and then the other rune I'm going to purchase into is the law rune. So if you look here at the chart, it seems to be on a huge down, and if we go to the 6 months, it's almost as low as it's ever been, at 166. So I'm not sure if it's going up or it might take a fall. We'll see when we look at the actively traded price. Now, to get this actively traded price, in case you don't know, so it's at 188 or 181. In case you don't know, this is a product of OS Buddy. So if you haven't heard of OS Buddy before, if you look back in some of my older videos, I did a how to download OS Buddy. It's super useful. It has so many features, but for flipping, this is a very good one, because it's traded so highly above. I think I'll try to buy them at med price. And I think we can go for 40K as well. Excuse me, sorry about that. I think we can go for 40K as well. Yep, that should be almost perfect. And so hopefully those will come in over time, or sorry, 35K and 40K. And then the risky thing I'm going to buy is a nature rune, ring of nature. So this is a quite expensive item from Clue Scroll, Ring of Nature, and it's a big risk buying something like this, but I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to try to buy it at med, or I guess with all the money I have left, and hopefully we can sell it then for a little bit more than we bought it for. Sorry, I didn't look at the price. 9715043. Perfect. And I'm not sure if this will buy. Hopefully it will come in, and these will come in, so I'm going to check back on them in a little bit, and if we have to change any prices, I'll show you guys that as well, and we will see you in a bit. Alright, so it's been about 2 or 3 hours, and 10K death runes has bought, which is the 4-hour limit, so we'll wait for the rest of those to come in. None of the laws bought, so I'm going to abort those. I'm going to abort the Ring of Nature as well, so I'll buy less law runes from higher price, and put the offer as med for the Ring of Nature. So let's go. Actually, you know what? Let's do Ring of Nature first, and then that way we can just buy the rest of the law runes. Oh, so it went up a huge amount. So we'll just put it in for med and see if it buys. And with this 6 mil, we'll update the law rune price, and we'll go for one above middle price. Oh, so the G updated, all these prices are changing now, and we probably want to buy 30K. Alright, too much, so 34,850. Perfect. Oh, just a little enough. All right. There we go. So hopefully now these two will buy, those will finish coming in, and we'll sell them all. And we'll see you guys in a bit. There it is. The Ring of Nature came in for the med price, and because it's going up so much, hopefully we'll be able to turn around and sell it for a good chunk. So let's see, put it in for maybe 10.650k. Be a decent profit of 400k. We'll leave the runes because they're still buying, and we'll check back on this stuff in a little bit. So overnight, the ring sold. I did bring it down 50k just before I went to bed. So that's about a 350k profit. The law runes finished buying, and the death runes did not, which is actually a good thing. I'll abort this offer because that means these will sell probably instantly. So let's look at the profit from the ring quickly. 10.250k to 10,600k. Yeah, so a 350k profit overnight, just like that. And then these bought for 175 each and 215 each, so 6.1 and 2150. So let's see what we can put these in for. They're selling for 20. This is going to be a good flip. I bet we can get them for 230. That'll be 150k. And these 175. We'll go one above med and see if they buy. There we go. And I'll be back in a bit with what else I'm going to invest this in. Well, last time we took a risk with the Ring of Nature, and I figured, you know, why not stay on the same path, and let's go Ring of Coins. It's actively being traded for above med, so that most likely means it's rising, and it's almost exactly the amount of cash we have. So I'm going to put an offer in for 15 mil on the dot, and we'll wait and see if that comes in a little bit. And we'll see if any of these sell in a couple hours, and if not, I'll bring down the price just a little bit. The other thing is this is why it would be good to go pay to play and flip pay to play items as well as free to play items, because I have this leftover cash stack, but all of my boxes are full currently, so having those 5 extra G slots would make a huge difference for how fast I could flip, how many items I could flip, and how fast the videos come out, really. So I think once we reach 100 mil, we'll be going pay to play. Always a beautiful sight when the whole GE is filled with green boxes. I did up the price for the Ring of Coins because it wasn't coming in, so I bought it at 15.2 mil. And I think we'll be able to turn a 500k profit on that. So I'm going to put it in for 15.7 mil. And then I'll have to check the charts and be right back to see what I'm going to invest this other 9 mil in. So there we go. So decided to invest the leftover cash in some gilded armor, something I've tried before but it didn't come in. I want to be very cautious when I do this, so we'll see. And the Ring of Coins sold. I did bring it down quite a bit. That was only for a 50k profit, but I was quite worried I was going to be losing money. So I figured rather take a small profit than a loss, obviously. And the Gilded did not buy once again, so I'm just going to abort that. And we'll do something else with this big 24 mil cash stack that I've got currently. Alright, so I have 2 new offers in for Raw Lobster, 60k at 120, just under med, 5 GP under med, and Mithril Bars, 8 GP under med, because if we look at the charts for Raw Lobster, we see it's going down quite a bit, so hopefully I'll get it for under and be able to sell it a little bit above. And then Mithril Bar as well. It's selling that med right now, but hoping that I'll get it for under. It looks like it might crash a little bit before it goes back up. So we'll see if these come in, and if not, I'll up the price a little bit. There it is. The Mithril Bars have finished buying, and the Raw Lobs are almost there. So we got 25k myth bars sitting in our imbo right now, and we're gonna put them up to 730, which would be a 10 GP profit or per bar or 250k, and they sold. So that's great, and the rollups still haven't finished buying, so we're just going to abort those and we'll put them back in for 10 GP profit. Hopefully they will sell, and we'll use the rest of the money to try mithril bars again, because it worked so well and the profit margin was so good. Hopefully we'll be able to do the same thing. So I've said this before, guys, if something's working for you and it's working well, keep at it. So put in another offer there for the mithril bars and hopefully make the same profit. So the second set of mithril bars finished buying with quite a bit of cash back, actually 62k. Usually when that happens, I get a little bit nervous that they'll be crashing, but because last time they bought for under and sold for so much over, I'm fairly confident they'll work again for 10 GP profit, so about 260k overall. We'll check back in a little bit. Alright, so they did end up selling, and that was for actually 14 GP each. And the raw lobsters have not been selling, so I'm going to abort those, just put them a couple GP over, so we'll see if we can make a little bit of money off them. If not, I'll end up holding on to them because surely they will go back up, and I will sell them a bit later. So I want to show you guys the history here. The first mithril bars we sold for 10 GP profit each, so about 250k, just over, and these ones 14 GP profit each, which ends up being just under 350k. And if you click on the buy option of the mithril bars that I bought before, it'll bring you right into the G, as you saw here, with the same buy amount. So if you're going to be continuously flipping the same item, it's good to know. Just check your history, click on that, and then I'll obviously have to change the numbers here to fit in with the profit I made, and we'll give this mithril bar flip one more go, and hopefully by then the raw lobs will have sold. And just a quick clip to show the mithril bars. I finished buying 27k of them, and of course the raw lobs have not finished selling. So we'll put these in for 10 GP over once again, and hopefully they will sell in a little bit along with the lobsters. Alright, so the mithril bars finished selling. I made a little bit of a profit there. I sold them for a lot less because I was worried they were going to crash. And the raw lobs still haven't finished selling, but I almost removed them and took a loss. But right now they're selling at 124, and I'm sure they're the med price is 117, so they're going up. I'm sure they'll sell very soon. But I think that's where we're going to leave it for this week's video. So if we look, we have 5.8 mil on the lobsters and 19.6 mil. And if you do the math, that's a 25.5 mil we are sitting at. So once those finish selling, which should hopefully be today or tomorrow, we'll be at 25.5 mil. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll get right back into flipping and another video coming soon. If you enjoyed this video, please hit a like. If you want to watch the previous video, click on the screen right now. And if you made it this far, type raw lobs in the comments. Been trying to sell them the whole video. We'll see you guys next time. Cheers, boys.